Hello, what's going on, guys? So I thought I'd go ahead and cover this since I actually didn't really get into it. But I thought I'd let you know Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming along pretty good. I don't hate it. There's been a little bit of issues here and there. Now, it doesn't hold your hand. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Character creation is not locked as bad as people think it is, and there's a reason behind it. If you played the first one, you know what I'm talking about. Two, there is a bit of an AI issue. But basically what happened is a couple of the pawns I brought got stuck in a tree. I had to pick one up after they finally got loose and drag her ass back to the actual fight. The only reason why I needed them was to be cannon fodder so I can go to the next mission area, which took a while. But I have to say, the overall feel of the game still plays pretty well. The only difference is it's a little slower. Now, I was used to playing, even with Sword and Shield was faster. Another complaint I have is definitely the mechanics as far as your abilities. Now, originally you had an L1 ability and an R1 ability. Now, most of the abilities were L1 was attack only, and then R1 was for like if you had, say, a shield. So your shield would be another form of whatever ability, which would be spring or beating on it, or even using it to shield bash. That was the point of it. Well, now they merged it all into the L1 button. The R1 button isn't really utilized like it used to be. It's just for blocking or a small special ability that is just one ability. So like the thief gets to kind of like dodge and zip around, and sword and shield just blocks. Now you level up fairly quick, it feels like, because I'm already almost at 20. I haven't been playing very long for me to be at level 20. The older one took a lot longer. Vocations are also leveling up fairly quick. So I would have to say you can swap vocations after a few hours of gameplay. And I could see 400, 500 hours being synced into this just because the fights are pretty actually spectacular. Also, another thing, don't attack NPCs at all. Do not attack ones that match you. If they look like a Risen or a party, they'll kill you. I can't say I haven't ran into a lot of problems. I think, not to mention, it has actually crashed on me once. So it's not optimized 100%. It's still got some problems. And I'm hoping if future updates, it get some of the kinks out, which probably won't be anytime soon. So I have to say, for a game that came out full price, it's not horrible. I don't know. I bought the deluxe edition or whatever it was, and I shouldn't have, because everything you get with the deluxe edition is almost pointless, because you literally can get any of that just playing the game. So another thing, people were complaining that you got, it was pay to use, like, certain items. You don't have to do that. Everything is in game. The same stuff people are praising Helldivers for, which, by the way, you can pay for. You can pay for the credits, or you can earn the credits. This is the same thing. You can either pay for these items or just earn it in game. I have multiple fairy stones. I've already got multiple revives, which is your I forget the stone now, but you can get multiple revives, and I've got a few of them. I keep them stored in the chest, which is another thing. You get a chest. You get to store whatever the hell you want into it. And the story is a little weird so far. It kind of contradicts the first one a little bit, so I don't know the exact details of what's going on, but there's definitely a lot of goofy shit going on. So just to kind of give you a little heads up, this is slightly spoiler, just for the beginning of it. But there is a person acting like an Arisen that's not an Arisen. Top it off, you are the Arisen, and another problem is, like in the original game, the guy that you played as in the beginning, which was just its own little story, just kind of a tutorial, it was definitely, 1,000 years old or whatever, and he looked like dog shit. And then you had the king. The king was an Arisen. He did it for like golden power or whatever. Because every one of them, you get a chance to kill him, or you can get something. And I forget what the first one got. The second one wanted power, money, whatever. And that's what he ended up getting. And then you, as an Arisen, can make a choice. I chose to be a good person. Killed him. I die. Everybody dies. And you become God. So I'm assuming that's probably going to be the same path this is going to take. But like I said, it's going to be probably hundreds of hours that I'm going to sink into it before I get there. Another thing, it's kind of cool. The caravans that you get to jump on, the ox cart, you actually get randomly attacked, which is really cool. That's a good change of, just fast traveling normally. Money is hard to come by for like the first hour or two. Once you actually start, getting money and start being able to spend it, that's when it just starts becoming abundant. At least what it feels like now. The further you get in, the more damage you can do, obviously. Also weapons, the further you get in the story, the easier and higher grade weapons you can buy. So purchasing items instead of just finding them is also readily available. I recommend anybody that's starting off, if you don't know what to play with, either go straight up sword and shield, or probably the bow. Those two are going to be the obvious choice. Also, if you're not familiar with it, please do not make your pawn be the same thing. The only reason why my pawn was sword and shield, just like me, is because I was waiting to put him in the warrior class, which I didn't know could happen at any point in time, but apparently you do have to unlock it, which is another thing. The vocations are unlocked differently than they were the original. The original, you just kind of played with the original vocation, and then you got more along the lines of leveling up the vocation. It might, you would actually unlock more of the cross, I guess you would say the second stage, which was like warrior, and then I say third tier, say second stage, second tier, and then third tier was like the mixed classes. Also, I haven't got to use the new spear yet. It looks like it's going to be good, but that's another thing. When you want to do a class or a vocation, you have to go find the person that is essentially the master of it. Like you also get secret abilities. Once you find certain masters, they'll give you abilities that you never had before. So you learn them, your pawn learns them. That's pretty much the gist of a lot of that, and it seems to actually put together real well. Now, frames per second, it seems optimized on console, so I'm not going to talk a lot of shit about that. I think it does pretty well. So honestly, just the way it is now, probably an 8 out of 10. Honestly, I wouldn't give it much more than that because it definitely has fidelity problems because it just does not, 30 frames per second still is a little rough, especially for a new game. Hopefully they'll patch it for a 60, and hopefully the patch will give us a solid 60 that it can stay consistent on. Because if it does that, it would be fantastic. Other than that, it's a great game. I love it. I'm streaming it as much as possible because literally every time I play it, I just want to stream it because it's just that good of a game. But yeah, if you see me live, it's probably going to be that. Just take a look at the title, because if I'm just gaming a game, it'll be random shit. Could be a little bit of that, but mostly if you see it, it's going to be me playing the hell out of it. It's a great game. So yeah, I'd say 10 out of 10 for like just it being awesome if they fix the fidelity problems. But honestly, 8 out of 10. That's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.